Alright folks, it's been a while since I've done one of these videos where I just talk about a computer I'm going to build. Eventually this will be featured in quite a few videos on the channel. So probably the reason I'm going to go ahead and do this video, talk a little bit about it, and it'll also give me some footage to use when I do my testing game FPS. So let's talk about it. It's all centered around the Rosewill Nighthawk Z full tower case, tempered glass, tinted glass. Rosewill, in my opinion, for what I paid for this, you have outdone yourself. This is a very impressive looking case. Now, there are some, I'll say, cheap aspects of it. I was about to say cheap ass aspects of it, but you know, overall I do actually really like it, and it is monstrous. Okay, so we've had some full towers in here. We have quite a few of the Matrix, the Deep Cool Matrix 50, 55, 70, and one other one, and this thing just makes them look small. That's all I can say. So, lots of space in there for drives. Obviously, lots of room in there, airflow-wise. Thing comes with 4 case fans. I mean, that alone dropped the price down to mid-tower level, if you ask me. So, all right. So enough about the case. Now, let's talk about the motherboard, because the CPU may actually change. I am thinking of spending a little bit of my Amazon associate money in finally getting a processor that will do this channel justice. So we may not put the one in that you see up at the right corner. But this is the Z370 Aorus Gaming 3. And the only way this one's going to change out is if I put a Z390 in it as well. But for now, it's a 370. We don't do a whole lot of overclocking on the channel, but this is obviously capable of it, right? So, pretty nice motherboard. This will work well with our case because you need a USB 3.1 connector on the motherboard and the 3.0. So they're right there. Has significant amount of RAM. Obviously a CPU there. This has 2 M.2 slots, which is really nice because I'm really honestly trying to not use hard drives at all, though the SSDs are expensive, and we do have a pile of hard drives. And this may be almost, I won't call it a server, but it's going to have a lot of crap on it, so a lot of drives in it. Make use of that space. So real nice motherboard. It has been updated to the latest BIOS, so it is 9th gen compatible. And in case you have this and you want to know how to do it, check out my video on it. Alright, so for now, i3-9350KF is the CPU. Really decent for gaming, to be honest with you. It's at the same price point pretty much as an i5-9600K. So it's kind of doesn't make a lot of sense to buy that versus the i5. i5 is a better deal, but it does perform quite well. So and I just so happen to have one lying around because I use the i5 in my other gaming rig. All right, power supply wise, who would have known a PV actually has a signature line? So many of you are probably scared to use this product. At times I am as well, but we've only had one issue with the 12 PV power supplies that have come through the door over the last year or so. I'm not really that concerned. I think this one's going to work just fine. And we actually did buy another one of these for another computer. So this guy is, thing's freaking actually pretty heavy, so I'm going to put it back down. But it is a really good power supply for what you get, you know, being a modular hybrid type design. And A lot of wattage, plus it's 80 plus bronze, right? So good rating for that. And it will give us plenty of power for what we're going to do here. I don't see us driving 2 video cards, though we could if we wanted to. So before I get to the graphics card, let's talk about some of the stuff that the motherboard doesn't have. One is doesn't have Wi-Fi built in, right? So we've got this U-bit Wi-Fi card. I've installed quite a few of these on the channel. They are wonderful. Different speeds on those. I hope this is the highest one, but if not, I'll switch it out with the computer that does have the highest one in it. And then this guy, so even though my computer has USB 3.0, or excuse me, Type C on it, I'm adding another PCI card that has dual PCIs on it, and also has even more USB 3.0s, because we're going to have a lot of stuff hooked up to this computer. Now, will there be an issue with the case? It is questionable, actually, now that I look at it. So you may not see this card in the final product. It may end up in a different computer. You know, that's one thing. When you build a computer, you got to sit out and plan these things. And we may actually not be able to use that card in there. So we'll find out. I'll figure it out. Or I'll figure out how to make it work. Alright, so Asus AMD Radeon RX 5700. For the money, or at least what I paid for it, incredible deal. You know, this is a really good benchmarker. Whether it's that great for gaming is another story. There's a lot of conflicting information on it, but yours truly has had really good results with it. So I don't know. It is what it is, right? So alright, now the only other change that may happen besides the graphics card, we might at some point we'll put probably a 1660 Super in here. I got one of those on the way. And I'm gonna fess up, I probably will milk the crap out of that video card, try and get my money's worth, put it in as many computers as I can, and get numbers on it. And that way that helps all of you out as well, so you can tell what kind of performance you'll get with it. But there you go, folks. That's my next computer build. Please like, please subscribe, please watch more of my videos. And since it is almost Christmas, if you're out there celebrating, I wish you all a Merry Christmas. And for everybody else, have a Happy New Year. Thank you.